Guys, I'm gonna show you Kriti, who was the host of the interview. Kriti, say hi.
Hi guys.
So let's go.
Hi Naina, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. How are you, Kriti?
I'm doing good as well. So what's going around? What's happening?
Just adjusting to the weather again. That's what's the life of a student living abroad, right?
Okay,
And yeah, rest is the uni work, mixing it with content creation. That's how it's going.
great. And we are sure that we'll be getting a lot of insights into student life and all of that during the interview. So first of all, give us a brief introduction about you. What are you doing? Where are you from?
Yeah, so hi everyone. This is Naina Sharma. I'm a content creator, a university student who's studying in UK, who is constantly experimenting, learning, and documenting the self growth journey in order to say that if I can do it, you guys can do it too.
That's really great that, you are exploring yourself and as you said that you are documenting your journey along with that. So,
Yeah.
our first question caters to that only. What is your inspiration for content creation and starting your own business at this age?
Well, when it comes to running business projects, I get that inspiration from my parents. And if I be a bit specific, when it comes to hard work, I get that from dad. And when it comes to never giving up, even if you fail at something, that comes from mom. And if I talk about content creation in particular, I really look up to Rajmani. I have followed him for quite a while now, and I really like his content. And his content was the thing that motivated me that, okay, I should also talk about something that I like.
That is really great that, you have these role models and
Yeah.
inspirations in your life to look up to. So,
Yes. And I think that's important to have. If you have someone to look up to, you'll always kind of try to follow their steps and it will lead you somewhere. So that's the good part of it.
right, exactly. So, when did you exactly start this content creation journey?
Well, I came to UK in September 2021, and it took me 3 months to decide that, oh, I have to start this page. I was really nervous for all these 3 to 4 months, but I started around January, and it's been going well since then.
Okay, awesome. So, what does the process of you shooting and posting and information and awareness packed reel look like? What are the various steps involved?
Well, it also depends from content to content, but there are a few steps that remain same in every category. First is the brainstorming thing that you have to find an idea which everybody will relate to. Then you need to get something that what is the new factor that you as a creator are gonna add. That's the first step. Second, it comes to researching, especially when it comes to educational content like marketing, finance, anything that is creating awareness among people. You have to make sure that your facts are right. So researching comes the second. Third is the difficult one. You have to script it because you usually have 60, maximum you have 90 seconds, and you have to say so much information in that time. So you have to script. I prefer writing it down and marking what I want to say and what I want to put emphasis on. Then the last part, which is a bit easy for now, that you have to just shoot. So when it comes to shooting, once you create content constantly, you feel a bit comfortable when it comes to shooting. And then you realize that scripting is the actual difficult thing.
Great. That is so wonderful that, there's a structure to it. You do not randomly just, sit in front of a camera and one day decide to do it. Just you plan everything. Do your proper research and, then come and just share the information which is relevant according to the topic as well. So that
Mm.
is really great
And I
about
think
that.
that is important as well, especially when you create content that is informative content, you should research. You should not just say anything that you feel, because obviously you are putting yourself out on a public platform. So if and people are going to rely on your content if they follow you. A lot of them will say that, you start inspiring them as well. So you have to make sure that you don't say anything which is not true.
So do you think that you like to go with the topics which are trending, or you pick it randomly?
Well, here's the thing about me. I'm a very talkative person. So any topic that I find interesting, or there's a topic which is in trend, but I feel that I have a different opinion on it, I would prefer making a video about it. But yeah, I still have those categories. I like talking about marketing, college life, personal growth. But yeah, I think they'll change within a few years. So figuring it out, you can say.
And how are you not afraid of sharing your opinion out there, out loud in on social media? Handling all those controversies which come along with it.
Yeah, that is a bit difficult thing, because you have to be very careful when you put out your opinions, that you're not hurting anybody's sentiments. You're not saying something which is wrong in any sense. So that is one thing you have to be careful about. But I think if you make sure that you're not hurting anybody, it is okay to put out your opinions in public. And I think whenever I do that, I get a lot of love and support from the audience as well. So that kind of encourages me to do that.
Yeah. That kind of makes up for it, and that is kind of an encouragement for you, as you said. So that is really great. Okay. So, how the next question is, how can you take advantage of LinkedIn as a platform in your content creation journey?
Well, I think the biggest advantage I get from LinkedIn is it is a platform for all like-minded people. And when it comes to using LinkedIn as a creator, it has some barriers to entry. Whereas some other platforms like Instagram, it's very easy to be on Instagram, and you can just there's no barrier. Like anybody who has something to record, they can copy anybody's content as well. Nobody says that much, right? But when it comes to LinkedIn, because you put so much effort into it, it is only about a person's success or failure or their learnings. So nobody can copy into that. That is, I think, the biggest advantage, because if I'm doing my proper research, putting out my content, then I know one thing is for sure, that at least nobody's going to copy that on LinkedIn. That's one thing. The second thing I like a lot is the groups they have. I've joined a lot of marketing groups, and one of them is just fun about marketing. It's not like serious posts and all. So I really enjoy reading those. It's like a mixture of memes and something I like reading and talking about. So yeah, that you get only on LinkedIn, I think.
That is so right. LinkedIn as a platform is very unique in itself, and it comes with a lot of unique opportunities.
Yeah.
So, so what about the content part of it? Are you repurposing the same content on Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube for that matter?
Well, I think every platform has to be, has its own thing. Like if I put something on Instagram, I cannot just exactly copy paste it on YouTube or LinkedIn. But yeah, I do make some specific modifications. Like if I have a reel and I want to post it in YouTube in the form of shorts, then I try to change the caption, put it in a way that my YouTube audience is gonna like. So every platform comes with its own rights and wrongs. So yeah, if you keep that in mind, I think it's the best thing you can do as a creator, to repurpose the content. In fact, I'm doing that right now. We are having this interview. I have a camera next to me who is recording, so that if I find anything which is valuable, I can take that clip out and put that on any social media platform I like. So that's a good way. You should repurpose your content if you want to become a creator or you are a creator.
That is really nice of you. Your mind is working that way, that you are searching for content in every part of what you do, and
Yeah.
you are creating valuable information for your audience. And as you said, every platform has customizable and personalized experience for the audience from the creator itself, in terms of branding and
Yeah.
marketing as well. So surely agree to that. Okay. So, what do you think? Where will short form informative reels actually can take you? And don't you think producing content in Hindi as a language is kind of restricting you to reach out to more people and a larger audience, especially when you are in abroad?
Well, I do agree to that Hindi part of the question, but I have a very different perspective towards it. I feel that if I give an example, big companies, like great companies like Amazon, really changed their policies, introduced cash on deliveries just to enter the Indian market. I think that clarifies how important Indian market is. And as a creator or even as a person who wants to build businesses in future, I think if any person can handle the needs of the Indian customer, because the Indian market is so diverse in itself, they'll be able to handle the foreign markets in a better way. So, keeping that in mind, I feel that when I create content in Hindi or it's a mix of Hindi and English, I feel that I'm connected to the Indian audience. Plus, living abroad kind of adds to it because I'm in a country where nobody's talking in Hindi. There's this phrase where everybody says, speaking Hindi in a foreign country has its own enjoyment. So, yeah, I do feel rooted when I talk in Hindi. That's one thing. And you asked me something before the Hindi part. If you can say that again.
Sure, that is really valid that you Hindi as a language, you are making use of it, even living abroad, and you're respecting your country and their people, their demands for that matter, and targeting one particular market along with that language. It really makes you the creator, and make you the different as well. So the first part of question was like, how do you think this informative reels can take you? What is the future and scope for it?
Well, I think, anything you create in short form content, particularly, it can always help you get your audience or your customers to the longer version of content. Like you must have seen there are creators out there who have their 1 hour master classes. It can be paid or free, but because they create so much short form content about it that people are just gonna spend 60 seconds and know about that course, they might feel attracted and they actually learn from that 1 hour masterclass. So I really feel that short form content is a very good way to attract leads in all kinds of businesses wherever you can use influencer marketing in general. Short form content is one of the best ways to attract the customer because it doesn't take that much time of the customer. They just have to spend their time for like hardly 60 seconds and they can know all about it. So that's one benefit I think that short form content gives you.
And in terms of attention span, also I think short form content works very best, and it's difficult for creator actually. It's on the part
Mhm.
of the creator, it's a lot of work to put so
Mm.
much information in a short reel or a shorts, or the
It really
creating
is
the
because
content.
you have to fit everything, especially when it comes to informative content. Sometimes you get so much information and you can't decide that what is that one thing you should leave, that you should not say in the video, and you have to fit everything into 60 seconds. But yeah, everything comes with its own goods and bads. That's I can say.
True, absolutely. So, what would be your advice for the people of your age who want to build a side hustle and start earning along with their college?
Well, the biggest thing that I believe in and I practice it also, I'm going to advise that don't just run after money. When it comes to this page, it's not the first page that I've handled. I have experimented a lot that which type of page should I handle, what should be the topic that I should talk about. And after exploring what I like, what I don't like, I came to a decision that okay, yeah, this is something that I want to do. So similarly, when it comes to side hustles, don't just run after money that everybody is doing this side hustle. Let me also do it and it will get me a lot of money because we are just in college, right? We have 3 years if I go about a basic degree duration. We have literally 3 years to explore ourselves, what we like, and do stuff accordingly. In fact, I never started this page because of money. I never got into it because that, oh, I'll be an influencer, famous or something. Neither I got into it for money. In fact, I just focused on giving value to my audience, and my audience came up to me saying that, you should start a consultation call. That is when it actually went in a way that, oh, should I monetize it also? So I think if you focus on giving value to the market, they'll automatically help you in some or the other way, the way you should monetize it. So explore yourself, find out your interests, and then focus on building a side hustle out of it.
Some great thoughts I would really say, because providing value to the people actually helps you to uh, take yourself forward in this career, and what you are doing exactly the same. So really hats off to you, and this is some wonderful advice for the aspiring content creators and people who are looking forward to get started in this career. So
Thank you.
the next question was related to that only. Tell something about your freelancing services or consultation calls, how to go about it. Give us some insights.
Well, when it comes to the consultation calls that I do, I think when it comes to growing an Instagram account, the difficult part is 0 to 1,000 followers, because that is the time not very big creators are going to trust you, because they're not even wrong at their part. Every year, hundreds of creators come in, and within 6 months, 90 of them are gone. So you can't blame them as well. But I think if anybody wants to build an Instagram account, run business from it, and they're pretty serious about building their personal brand, I think that is where I'll step in, help them to get that zero from that 1,000, which is entirely based on the experiences that I have had. Like I said, that, this is not the first page that I am handling. Before this, I used to handle the first page that I handled was my dad's company's page. Then in lockdown, I was running an art page with my friend, and it was a good experience, but I did realize I was not having that much fun. So all that experience, whatever I learned from all those pages, this strategy doesn't work, this works, all of it is a mixture of in that consultation call. But yeah, the only thing that I focus on is if somebody's coming up to me saying that we want a call from you, I make sure if they're serious about it, that is the time when I'll step in. Because there are a lot of people who just come into Instagram and say that we just want to make money. I don't feel that I can help those people in a very good way, because I believe that, slow and steady wins the race. Even now, I don't have very huge amount of followers, but I'm satisfied with that, because I feel when you grow slowly, you process it and you take your own time to learn from it. So that is basically the freelancing services is about.
Really inspiring, I would say, because you have that eye of observation when people come to you and they literally just say that they want to make money. Then you need to tell them and make them understand the value of providing value to the people first, and then thinking about just making money. So you are
Yeah,
helping them with that, and that's really wonderful about it.
because even as a creator or a person who is monetizing their services, it will actually take a lot of time. Let's say a person comes to me and they want to do all the research about the industry they want to step in, what are the best strategies which are in trend that will work for the customer. So it takes a lot of effort and time, and of course value addition as well from the end of the person who's providing that service, including the regular lifestyle you have. Let's say, in my case it's university, and obviously, living abroad has its own things. You have to do everything by yourself. So I do make sure that, in not after running after a lot of clients, that I should get so many clients in a month. I focus, if I get 2 to 3 clients as well in a month, that is more important to me. But they should be quality clients, they should have that long term vision to grow in general. That is when they should come to me and I'll be able to help.
Great. That really makes sense. So, give us some sneak peek into the life of an abroad student. How does it affect your life living abroad?
Well, I must say one thing. Whatever your friend who's abroad showing you in stories, that's not just the side of it. Because, even I do that. The stories I put, it's always like fun, doing party and all, but it has the negative effect also. You get to do all work by yourself, be it laundry, be it your bed. You have to do that all by yourself. Then, when it comes to university life, I really love it. I always wanted to come to a different country and study, because I always felt that whenever you have to grow in anything, you need to get out of your comfort zone. And when you're at home, you always get that comfort zone. You can't avoid it. Your parents will be like, don't worry, they'll do it for you, or somebody else will do it for us. So that is one thing I really wanted to change, that if I want to go for an undergraduation, it has to be in a different country. That is one thing. And the biggest thing that I feel every day when I am going to uni, even if it's 9 a.m. in the morning, I don't like waking up early, but I have this feeling that, Naina, you're living your dream life. Despite the fact that, I have to do everything by myself, it's a good thing. I've started liking my own company, and I think not a lot of people are able to do that. So it has its own goods and bads when you come abroad. And yeah, of course, it's not like everybody's cup of tea as well. It might sound a bit straightforward, but that is true. When you come abroad, there's a lot of things. There will be times where you'll be sick and there will be nobody except your roommate to look after you. So you have to go through that all by yourself. And then you decide, oh, I should not call my parents also and tell them, because they'll get worried. They're so far away, and why to worry them as well? So that is a sneak peek. That is what happens on and offs in a student's life abroad.
Really, it comes with its own pros and cons, and that's really true that not everybody can just do it, but the people who do, they really, um, get a glimpse of that growth, what it looks like stepping out of the comfort zone and just growing and enjoying their own company too.
Yeah, even I have friends in India who are doing the undergraduation from India, and it's a very good thing. Everybody has their own choice, but I do see the difference, because just because I took it's not about studying abroad or studying in India. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone. Even if you're in India, let's say I am from Delhi, even if I decide to go, let's say Bangalore, and study in Bangalore, even that is stepping out of your comfort zone. So that is what matters, rather than focusing on that you're going into a different city or a different country. And I feel every student, at least once in their lifetime, should do something that is away from their hometown, because I've actually made a video on that as well, because it really helps you manage things on your own. You literally get to know the importance of taking decisions by yourself. And even if you take a wrong decision, then you realize that you are the only one who has to face the consequences of it. So it helps you grow a lot.
Correct. You are yourself responsible for what happens with you, your life, and your, everything about your situation. So that makes you much more responsible, accountable, and disciplined, I would say. And it matters. It's your own choice whether you want to just go out of the country or out of your own city. In your still living in your own country. So that's completely your choice. But stepping out of home for once is important, as you said. So just to experience that kind of, independency, or what I may call becoming more responsible for yourself.
Totally agreed.
Right. So, what are your future expectations from producing content as a career?
Well, looking to this, that content creation industry in general is growing a lot. I have seen so many good influencers who have worked for like 5 years are now going upgrading themselves to TV advertisements. So that seems really exciting to me. I feel if you constantly put in value, you'll definitely get something good out of it. And yeah, I do look forward to, those influencer brand collaborations they have. That's one thing. But yes, there's one thing that remains on top always, which is building a community where I just spread out this message, that if I, as a 19-year-old, can just do all of this by one thing that I'm trying, you guys can do it too. I really want to spread this message to, if it's in my hands, I really want to say to every college student out there, that all you need to do is believe in yourself, find out your interest, give it a try, and then just trust the process. Even if I talk about me and you, what is making us different from other college students out there? There will be obviously type of students who are just watching Netflix and not doing anything for their career. But what makes us different is we are giving it a try. So building a community always remains on top. And I have a very nice incident to share as well. There's a girl who texted me on my page saying that I really inspire her. And when I got that message, I felt that this is it. I want to increase this number. I want to inspire more and more people around me, especially who are of my age, to just say this that, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. There's nothing different about me. I'm no special. I just took that one extra mile and gave it my best shot. So yeah, building a community, inspiring people remains on top. The other things come with it.
And building a community, this kind of things actually make a place in people's heart, and that is what matters the most. That is what that is what is the biggest source of satisfaction as a creator, when you are able to impact the lives of others. So it
Exactly.
really hats off, and I really hope that all these students watching this, everyone just get inspired and just take that one step further to make a little change in their lives, instead of just wasting their time consuming the content. They can actually give a try to create the content and just explore what, at the end of the day, you don't have anything to lose. You just have everything to experiment, explore, and I think this is the best time to do that as well.
That's the thing. And yes, I definitely want to say this. Whatever you're doing, I saw your YouTube channel when you invited me for the interview. You're doing amazing. People don't even have the guts to do this much. So you're doing really great. And I just hope it goes well. It's already going good. It's gonna go well in future as well. So yeah, that I agree. You should explore. And the best part of all of this is nobody's saying to force things on yourself. Just figure out what you like and do that. So I think it's not something very harsh. It's not like getting a five, at 5 in the morning. It's just finding out that what you like. And then you should be willing to learn every day about it. If I like marketing, I want to know about it each and every day. And I think that is what matters.
Really great, awesome. So I think that would be the best thing to conclude this interview with. And I really had a great time, and these were some really great insights into, the college life, and the freelancing aspect of it, the content creation, for that matter. So thank you so much, Naina, for coming here, and it was just wonderful.
I should thank you for having me here. I always dreamt that one day, let's say, if I'll be successful ever in my life, somebody will interview me. But, giving an interview at the age of 19 makes me just feel so complete. I literally feel that whatever I've done till now is actually turning into something good. So I really want to say thank you so much for having me here. It was a wonderful conversation. And yes, you're doing great. Just don't quit, please. I just love what you're doing.
Same for you as well, and it's my humble pleasure. And your experience says it all. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Naina Sharma, and today I have something very exciting for you all. Well, a friend of mine who is an author as well, an amazing one, is inviting me over for an interview on her YouTube channel. Before I say how I feel and stuff, I just want to say thank you so much, Kriti, for inviting me over. It really means a lot to me because I have always dreamt that someday someone is going to interview me, ask me how I did this all content creation and stuff, manage it with university life abroad, basically all of it. And I am so excited for this to happen. Basically, you can figure out by now that it is the first interview I'm ever gonna give. So stay tuned. So thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.